Gentlemen, we are moments away of heading into the land of dawn, with both teams having a lot to prove. Let's welcome game number 1.
Let's see how both teams maneuver early on. Already an iron hook. We were talking about Rebellion maybe going for the early game aggression, but I saw on the emblems actually 2 weapon masteries, so they have great insurance if the game does drag on. Early on though, this Joy will be clearing a lot faster for now, and Rebellion, they can clear with this Beatrix, who is in the mid lane for some reason.
Yeah, wait, what's going on here? Heiz is actually clearing the mid side, Valentina and Grok in the top side. Is this new? I have never seen this rotation before.
We've seen this some of the times here in Snapdragon Pro Series Challenge season. A few times, and even in the Challenge Final group stage, I think we have seen the gold laner just go into the mid. It's the funnel strategy very early on. They have a Valentina and Franco though, so I'm not too sure. Usually we see that more often for the team who has the Angela, getting the gold laner or whoever they want to get more gold, to funnel it in a bit more gold than usual. But in this case, I think Heiz, he's winning an XP, but he, I think, lost a bit more gold. Kabuki got a few good shots on that turret gold.
Yeah, and it's peculiar, right? With that being said, he's going for a very aggressive talent and emblem build, penetration as well as weapon master, instead of something like tenacity against the Claude.
Sure, it's a bold move, but maybe they have something to plan around it. On the other hand, in the mid lane, free service on the Angela, but not running the basic emblem, so you can see this mana is running dry quite easily. But you can see that Renbu, even on the Valentina, is struggling to deal with that wave clear, the early spam coming in from the Angela. But as level 4 rolls around, especially in this turtle fight, you're gonna see the Valentina, I think, become a bit more impactful.
With this rotation, like you guys mentioned earlier on, is there a significant lead for Heiz? I guess there is in EXP. I wonder for gold. And it's interesting, right? Because the fact that Heiz can get... Oh, wait a minute, Cars!
Wall charge coming down, Vincent, good retreat.
Oh.
Now it's gonna be Bloody Hunt locking Van down. First blood over to Cars with a big smack to the face. Kimura flickering out, getting the stun down, disengaging. But Rebellion starting off strong. Even now trying to punish even more into the purple buff.
They're going for more here, looks like. Look at that damage coming in. Audi TZ gets zoned away, but Vincent, it seems like he's going to be able to get this buff. Oh no, Van still manages to get it.
Good steal back from Van right there, salvaging the situation. But from Rebellion, that was such a great play. Using all, like, 2 ultimates, essentially, to ensure that Van gets absolutely shut down.
Whoa.
Now we take a look at the town's prediction by the Samsung Galaxy S series, and only 2 votes for Aura. That is Papulong and Omwawa.
Wait, am I missing something? Eterna not voting for Aura? Is this a curse? What is going on?
Guys, we talked about it at SPS. You know, we were like, you know, maybe there's a reason why Aura hasn't been winning. It's because of a small Eterna curse for Aura. So I'm planning on something different. Let's see how this goes out. But what? Heiz gonna be able to take down High there, propelling his lead a lot further. And you don't want Heiz on this Beatrix to scale that quickly.
Scaling Beatrix is definitely a huge problem, especially if Audi TZ can continue getting those iron hooks. The follow-up coming in from a Beatrix is just so deadly. And we'll see if Heiz even tries to go and play with the Wesker, because we saw a bit of that the other day, but we haven't seen it too often. It's usually just the Bennett and the Renner. But in the mid lane, it seems like Renbu is just satisfied clearing. He hasn't been that active roaming around the map.
You know why? Because they have Audi. They don't really need to force anything. They can just wait for Audi to make these plays happen, to make the calls. And what I know from Audi is he is very disciplined. He doesn't go for anything unnecessary. He's very efficient, stone cold, just like a robot. Just like his previous team, Bigatron Beta. When he led that team to victory, it was all on him to make the calls work.
You just had to shout it out, didn't you? Well, in the bottom, it seems like there's a bit of a movement here. Rebellion pressuring both the turtle and the gold lane, sending Renbu down there, but that might be a mistake.
Let's see. Van jumping in. Vincent now with the tortoise with Sans. 50-50,
Oh!
Van. You don't doubt him in a 50-50. Van takes it away. Not even close.
No, that's going to be another objective here, falling into the hands of Aura Fire, despite both of these junglers being on at the same level. Let's take a look at how far things have gone for the gold laners, because, man, things are going to go down there. But Beatrix, not even a BOD yet, just Legion Swords.
Pretty normal at this time. 6 minutes, I think you would expect the BOD.
And they are dead even, essentially, even though there's been more priority for Rebellion to make moves in that gold lane. Now you can see for Aura, that objective gameplay is really suiting them well. Now they're using Van and his Retribution a bit more efficiently, and Rebellion are the ones who are stuck trying to make a fight happen first before they can go for a 50-50 just like that.
Vincent?
Skill Unity. Goes a tanky boy, a beefy boy in the front right now. Getting brought back by the I'm Offended with a Blazing Duet popped in as well. Now, looking at the electrifying beats. Bloody Hunt going to be able to lock him down, but Van's still able to free hit right now with the hard guard helping him down. Highs in the back free hitting, but Vincent falls with Audi as well. There's a stop, but look at the wild charge from Cars. Finding two. The power of nature takes out Aura. High almost falling to the Renner's apathy by Highs.
From gold laner to mega EXP laner real quick. Cars, that playmaking that he was able to do in that team fight, able to just disconnect the members of the side of Aura Fire, making 3 members fall. Rebellion Zion, it's actually propelling them to a 2,200 gold lead at this point.
Looking at the audience prediction by the Samsung Galaxy S series though, still 61% favoring Aura Fire. They have the more quote-unquote meta picks so far, but Rebellion, they can use their crowd control as efficiently as they have been doing, especially in that fight, targeting the right members. They could still come out on top here. At a 2.1k gold lead, they have all the chance they need to try and make the play happen.
Wait. Okay, audience prediction I find a little bit peculiar. The fact that Rebellion Zion have already picked up the tower in the top side gives them a little bit more space, especially around these neutral objectives of the way that they're able to set up. And look at this.
Oh, Van, what? Still winning it out despite being 1 level down. This Prodigy is something different on that Retri.
That's a lot of questions posed towards Vincent. On that Baxia, it's not like you have a weak neutral objective securing kind of situation. Baxia is usually quite reliable, and he is not succeeding right here. So I think Rebellion, they might have to try and adjust and try something different here. They cannot keep going for these 50-50s. Maybe AutoTZ should try and make a play happen before the neutral objective comes in, and they can try and get something a bit more guaranteed.
Yeah, I think they need to make it a little bit more level for Rebellion Zion in these neutral objective takes. Is it right? Vincent level 10, Van level 9 earlier on, and Van was still able to get that turtle?
Yeah.
What in the world? That's not supposed to be possible.
Well, it is when you have a Retri god like Van. We saw him on the Fredrin last season. Now he's expanding his hero pool, improving, and so far, he has been that sole carry for Aura Fire with Kabuki. I think you said it, heavy shoulders for Van for a while now. So now it comes down to the rest of Aura, because he's done his job in the mid game, securing these objectives. When it comes to the later stage, it's going to be hard to rely on one man to win these team fights.
Look at the damage dealt, especially for Highs right here. He's doing a lot of damage, and we saw one single Renner's apathy is almost enough to just one-shot facehugger. So Aura Fire, they need to be a bit more careful and be a bit more conscious with the damage that Highs can output. In the past few fights, he has not been targeted. He has not been, you know, disabled in any kind of way, but now Audi is stuck in a tough situation between 4 members.
Oh, dive in the back as well. Highs here, forced to flick around. Electrifying beats coming down. Highs still able to kite away under the turret. Meanwhile, Audi will fall. Kimura picks the kill up. Van secures the Holy Crystal. Quite fast, wow.
8 minutes in, almost 9 minutes in. And like again, what's Van able to do here in this game is kind of beyond my understanding. Being able to get those retributions, the fact that he's still able to farm really efficiently. And the fact is, right, I understand there is a damage coming in from Highs, but you saw in that 1v1 situation, it's not as simple for Highs to output that damage. In that situation earlier on in the bottom side, he actually already picked up the Malefic Roar, but was unable to do damage onto Van.
Right now, this is a bit of a Lord dance, and there's a lane swap being done by Aura, but it might be too early. Look at that low HP bar from Kimura getting very, very low. He might be out of the fight unless Facehugger can sustain him back up.
Renner's apathy, not connecting. Renbu is stolen the Astral Echo. Can utilize it now to get Vision. High's already used his. Kimura, no, I'm offended. There you go! Astral Echo right into an Iron Hook. That's the double hitbox, the bigger one. Now Van is looking for an opening, but this time, you made your point, Arashi, and they have listened. Rebellion are not letting it go to a 50-50. Well, charge at the Iron Hook with a Bloody Hunt and the Shield Unity onto Van. Now it's the gun down from High Zamor to make up a kill. High threading the needle to find the rookie.
Man.
Everything all in on to Van. Finally, Rebellion Zion pick up an objective in return
Oh.
for 3 kills. Look at that damage. High nearly gets taken down, but Rebellion Zion, they're picking up the pace. They're taking control, and another tower falls down in that mid side.
The impact of the Iron Hook gets shown here yet again. And for Rebellion, everything is going so well because Hayes is completely untouched, man. Unless he's alone and Van goes for a 1v1, Aura in all these fights are forced to try and deal with Renbu, with Cars, with Vincent. All of this dive towards that back line, and that allows Hayes to do so much damage. He doesn't feel that threatened at all. Goes for the Has Claws right now, so even more sustain unless Aura really tries and focuses him down. And the defense and crowd control is really showing, because earlier, both members that are picked up by a Rebellion are literally stun locked, unable to move at all.
Yeah, and it gets even worse because Renbu has the option of being that engaged potential as well if he wants to. So now Rebellion Zion, they have actually a lot of things to work with, but oh, that was so close.
The Joyce Kid sure is quite annoying, especially if you have, crowd control you want to land, but look at that damage. Hayes is a monster right now, and the turret is going to be the next target.
Iron Hook out. Goodbye, Kimura. Good night. Hayes now gutting Kabuki down. Blazing away, coming down with the wind of nature. Flicker out. Kabuki gets all the PMI. Van in the back. Now with the electrifying beast, even the wild charge isn't enough to take him out to save Hayes. But it is enough for Rebellion Zion to go full ham on the back. Facehugger 1 HP. Still able to run. Still able to escape. Audi Teasy flashing the Bigatron emote as he finds another Iron Hook.
Aura Fire went for a 50-50, and this is the result that they're going to receive. 3 members taken down. Will Facehugger be able to defend this alone? High comes back, Kimura as well. Audi TZ tries to get that hook on, but doesn't and will not be able to do this for now. Aura Fire still surviving here in the 12th minute of the game.
The longer the game goes, though, the more damage Aura will have. Remember, they have essentially 2 mid laners, and High is starting to do a lot of damage. No Lightning Truncheon here, but the Clock of Destiny and the Divine Glaive allows him to do about 1,000 damage, and that was onto Vincent, I believe. That's a lot of damage, especially if it lands onto Highs. Earlier in that fight, Aura was able to pick up 2 shutdowns on both Cars and Highs, and that could be a huge swing in goal that Aura might need if they want to drag this game even longer.
That's being optimistic, though. Because the fact is, Rebellion Zion, they're still holding on to the economy. And even if, let's say, things get a lot more even, or a Fire gets those items that they really need, so on and so forth, how are they supposed to play these team fights, right? Because if you rely on Kabuki, like we saw earlier on, Rebellion Zion, they have so many answers to Kabuki. If Van goes in, like we saw before as well, they also have the resources to do so.
Time everything right at the same time, but Van right now gets Chunk, gets taken out! What? Wow!
In a blink of an eye.
This comes in, he has the Sea Halberd as well. Maybe that was a factor, but Van completely caught off guard there. He really needed to be a bit more careful, especially against the composition of Rebellion.
Oh man, that burst damage from Valentina. You don't respect it until you feel it, until you experience it firsthand. And Van had to experience that right as the Lord was being contested. My goodness, the follow-up as well. Arashi, the main concern for Rebellion, not in sync. Now they are one unit moving as one.
Now they're making a play for the base. Towers are gonna fall, but it seems like they might just go for the whole thing. Lord is almost cleared right now. And if they want to, they go for pickoff.
I'm offended coming down with a blazing weapon, but it's Rage melts him down. A bloody hot from Audi Teasy blocks Kabuki, and Van in the back now looking out for the kills. Now it's gonna be Highs with a flicker and a triple kill. Looking for a maniac, but he goes for the base. That's a maniac for Highs Amor as he wipes it out. Savage! It's a Savage for Highs before he ends the game.
The first Savage